Hi everyone, it's Donna de Cruz. Welcome to the second episode of the Living Well series, Dine, which is brought to you by Rasa Living and Barnes & Noble. In this episode, it's my pleasure to introduce you to Macus Samuelsson. Macus is a great friend, and he is the chef and co-owner of Aquavit restaurant in New York City. You may also know him as the chef who created the fantastic menu recently for President Obama's first state dinner in Washington, D.C. I recently met Macus in his home in Harlem, and we chatted about our exclusive Living Well Dine CD that we've created for Barnes & Noble.
It's such a rich experience and it's such a fantastic journey, and I'm so excited to share with everyone and talk to you about really what's been your journey. How did this book...
The book came really about because of a lot of different emotions that happened to me. I felt like, we're always very quick in judging what America and what we here as in America does not do good on. And I think, food and the dialogue about the diversity in American food, that's something that we solve better than any other country. I look at my friends, I look at all the people that we know, they all ish something else, but they're all American and very happy to be here. But they are, there's an Indian marrying a Jew, there's a Portuguese guy marrying a Chinese guy, there's it's all of these different diversities, and we can have religious different background, we can have different political point of views, but when it comes to our food, it's a window into another person's culture. Like I'm Ethiopian and I'm Swedish, so you might have dorowat and gravlax and meatballs at the same time. At my Thanksgiving table will be all of that and turkey as well. So food is our language. It's really the way you can show your identity. It was really about saying, hey, how cool you can learn about all these different identities, all these different windows, but yet above everything, we're here in America. And I don't know any other country that has done it better. And I want to tell that positive story.
On that journey of coming to America, at what point do you feel like you're not a migrant here anymore?
Well, I think the good thing here is that you can be both. Mm-hmm. The very idea of this country is that you are an immigrant and you're yet American as well. And I think that's very powerful. No matter what accent you have, that's just flavor. Mm-hmm. No matter what thought process you have, that's just a new idea. So it's not morphed into you have to speak like that, you have to talk like that, you have to be like this, you have to eat like this. No. This is your perspective. Exactly. Love the fact that you're here. You can express all of those different things. So the American table can be Chinese American, Ethiopian American, Indian American, but above everything, you are American. It's a true celebration of diversity, this diverse nation. It's a young nation, but it's diverse.
Now, how easy are all these dishes to make? Because
all of
the big complaint in this diverse, wonderful culture is time.
All of this is really, it's not restaurant driven, it's all about flavor and family to family driven recipes. Mm-hmm. So you can make these pastas, you can make these breads. We really worked hard on making sure that these are family driven recipes so you can make them all at home. I'm going to show you my refrigerator. Any given time, it has to be, you can tell a story about how somebody cooked through the pickles and stuff like that.
When you were a kid growing up in Sweden, did you always know that you wanted to be a chef?
Always. This is my gift. Cooking is my gift. People can have a lot of different gifts. I have cooking as a gift. Mm-hmm. I also feel it's a responsibility to carry that on. My grandmother was a great cook. I'm also telling her story side by side as my own story. My hands are too chubby to be a hand model. Yeah. I'm too fat to be Ethiopian runner. But I'm perfect size to be an American chef. Perfect size. That's my tale, The ingredients I love the most, I think, is fish. Just fish.
Wow, fantastic. So it's just fish.
Well, because I grew up on mackerel, salmon, and now I love tuna, flukes, other fishes that I actually didn't grow up with, but the texture and my level of love for seafood is always been the same.
Mm-hmm. What is your motto in life, in the kitchen?
I think it takes a very curious person to be in this, what I think is I want to live a poetic food life. So you have to be curious, and then you have to link that with some knowledge, and then you have to link that with some just hard work your butt off. Mm-hmm. And if you stay curious and if you want to stay committed to working hard, then you can have a poetic food life.
The man who is the the grandfather, we could say, of the modern restaurant is Brillat Sarai. And his most iconic phrase was, "Tell me what you eat and I'll tell you who you are." So with that, I want to ask you about your final meal. If you were to have a choice, what would Macus Samuelsson's final meal be?
I would have, it would be in courses, of course.
Of course.
So, yeah. So there will be some gravlax there. And there will be a dorowut from Ethiopia. And then there will also be a nice little burger from America. All passed down with some wonderful wines from Africa.
Living Well, Dine, with an exclusive foreword by Macus Samuelsson, has been especially created by me, Donna de Cruz. It is an inspired collection of music from around the world, which has been especially curated to stimulate your senses and enliven your dining experience. And truly, it's a global inspiration, and we hope that it inspires you to bring home friends and cook together and eat together and share stories together. As James Beard says, food is our common ground, a universal experience. Thank you so much for tuning in and for viewing and for being part of the Living Well series. We hope that you'll visit us online at rasaliving.com or at bnn.com/livingwell to purchase the Living Well CD series and to find out more about us and the Living Well series.